Soaring high like sparrows in the air. Gee whiz is dancing. We don't have a care from downtown Thunder to the paint fade light. The Washington Wizards, we beam with pride.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to episode 4 of the Wizards Pulse podcast. I'm your host, Suge Knight Shyamalan, and I'm here with my co-host, Wanza. How you doing, man?
Good? What's good? Feeling good. We got this brand new intro. Feel like brand new podcast. I'm excited. Shout out to my boy MacGyver Saquon. Had that out there ready for us. Just a little razzle dazzle for the pod, as we got a good episode coming up. So we needed it. Let's go.
Yep. Once again, thank you for the MacGyver Saquon for providing the music for our podcast, and we greatly appreciate it. MacGyver is actually someone we've known for just as long as we've known each other.
30 plus years. Shout out to MacGyver, man. Shout out.
Yep. Wanza, I see you have that t-shirt on.
Yeah, man. You know, really, I was trying to find something that wasn't too expensive, but still said Wizards on it. And, you know, shout out to whoever made this. Just a little something, so y'all don't get tired of me wearing the same uniform every week, you know? So, a little something different.
Greatly appreciate it, man. We got a lot to get into for episode 4. We are going to recap everything that has happened since we last spoke, specifically the game against the Detroit Pistons.
Oh boy.
Oh man, we'll get into that. Also, we have our first voicemail.
Yeah. Was good. I'm thinking of calling them pulses. What you think? Is that cool? Does that flow?
That definitely flows. Pulse.
Okay. So we got our first pulse. We're gonna just stay tuned, especially if you knew that you're the one who sent it to us. We will be playing that in just a couple of minutes. We're gonna make sure everyone gets, you know, just a little insight into what the fans are thinking, because that's what we're here for. Pulse of the fans. So that our first pulse is coming up. First for, you know, hopefully a whole lot more to come. Excited about that.
Yep. And then we have a great segment that we're introducing for the first time. Wanza's diary.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna give y'all a little peek into my diary at the end of the episode. Let me know what y'all think. Man.
Oh man. Just want to thank everyone for tuning in wherever you're tuning in, whether that's on YouTube or listening to the audio format on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or any of the major podcast platforms. Just want to remind you all to like and subscribe to the podcast where podcasts are available. Also like and subscribe on YouTube. And make sure you follow us on all major social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and X, formerly Twitter. At the Wizards Pulse. All right. Since we last spoke, there's been several games that have occurred. The Wizards unfortunately fell to the New York Knicks 119-102 on November the 3rd. Then November the 5th, that game started out well against the Boston Celtics.
Yeah.
About the first quarter and a half, the Wizards had the lead, had control of the game. Like playing well defensively, offensively, executing well. And then the Celtics went on a run, and that was it. It was over. Wasn't close after that.
The third quarter of death is really what that was. We did not show up at all. Came out with none of that energy, that fervor that folks came out with in that first quarter and a half, like you were saying. I don't know what it is about the end of the half and the beginning of the third. Do they go back there? Are they eating donuts? Are they, hitting the ping pong table? Let me know what's happening back there, Keith, because no one's listening to you. I'm going to just tell you that right up, straight up. At least in that third quarter for a couple of those games, everything went downhill. People just forget to defend, and we were getting blown out left and right. It's crazy.
Yeah, man. In that game, just go through some of the stats of that game. The Washington, man, Alex Starr played well.
Thanks.
Start off that game for sure. He started out well, and he ended up with 31 points, 8 rebounds on 12 for 20 from the field.
Let's go.
You had Champagne with 12. And then off the bench, you had Bagley with 11 and Branham with 10 points. But, man, they just allowed the Boston Celtics to go off. He had 35 points from Jaylen Brown, 21 from Minot, 18 from Peyton Pritchard, 15 from Queta, and 12 from Derek White, and an 18 from Anthony Simons off the bench.
Bro, I just really hate getting fried by these randoms, man. Like, come on. Like, we're supposed to be able to. All right, Jaylen Brown's going to get his. We know what the deal is. Anthony Simons, bro, come on, man. Like, they can't be having folks just going off on us as soon as they touch the court. Like, something's off. Something's off. I'm starting to have more and more questions that need some answers. That's all I know, man.
The good teams in the league do not let, and it's no shade to these guys, but the good teams in the league do not let guys like Anthony Simons go off. They do not let guys like Gary Trent Jr. and Kevin Porter Jr. They don't let guys like who's the young Quentin Grimes to be the game changers. We understand that Jokic and Shea and Giannis and Ant-Man, Luka, LeBron. We understand those guys are gonna go off. We understand that, but you can't let the third, fourth, and fifth offensive option also have a career game against you. And I think far too often this season and in the past, those fourth and fifth guys tend to have career nights against the Washington Wizards.
And that's the problem, because we don't got enough defenders to be able to do that. The problem is also these bench players and role players, they get hype when they see us, right? they get excited. They go, finally, I'm about to score some points. We're going to talk about the Pistons in a second, but just lost his name. Homeboy, I think starts with a J. His career high was 9 points. And then he just decides to be hitting, like, sealing the game at the end, put up 20 something for the first time. Come on, man. Like, this is the kind of stuff that starts to whittle away at team confidence when you're just letting any random put up 15 plus on you. Like, it's a dangerous precedent that this team is starting to get into.
Yeah. The next game, loss at home against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Very expected, but still gave up 148 points in that game. You give up 148 points, unless you're going to triple overtime. I mean, you ain't going to win many of those games.
No, it's not going to happen. And you know what's funny? I actually hate people who spend the whole time just like tooting their own horn. But let me go ahead and toot my own horn for a second. Before that game, I tweeted, Cavs are going to drop 150 on us. And look out for a CJ breakout game. I promise you. I tweeted both of them, right? And it happened, right? Pretty much 148, pretty much like insane. No kind of defense, no showing up. The only spot of like a little light there is CJ remembered he knows how to play basketball. That's all I wanted. Just tell me that you still remember how to do this. Now, a lot of fans, I think, were going way too hard. Like, I don't want him on the team. He needs to be cut. He needs to be traded after 8 games. And it's just like, slow down. Maybe he's adjusting. Give him some time. And we're seeing in that game, in the game last night, he's showing up. Now, we still see a lot of flaws, right? No doubt about it. But at least he's putting up points. And to me, that's important, because this isn't just all get the old guys out the way. I still need CJ to be real trade fodder. We're not done rebuilding, guys. Like, we still need him to show up. When we trade him, he needs to be averaging 20 plus so that we can get something in return. What that's going to be, we'll talk about in the future, but we need to be cheering for CJ to be putting up numbers, even in a loss, because it's a win for us in the end. That's how I feel about it.
And talking about CJ McCollum, yes, that was probably the first game of the year where it was like, all right, this is the CJ McCollum that we're used to. 25 points, 3 assists, 2 rebounds on 8 for 16. So that's 50% from the field. Alex Sarr, 20 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. I would like more rebounds, but hey, he did that on 10 for 17 from the field. But like I said, I would like more rebounds, but Young guy's gonna figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
And Trey Johnson started the game, 18 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 7 for 11 from the field.
Yeah, love it.
Bub Carrington though struggled, 2 for 12 in that game.
Bub, man, I'm not sure what's happening with Bub. He is so inconsistent. That's what's killing me. And this is someone who was more consistent last year. I don't know what it is. I'm starting to wonder if the expanded pressure from the expanded role is starting to just have more of an impact on him. He looks completely lost on defense. I don't know what Bub is doing. He's consistently either out of position or he's in position and out of focus, meaning his eyes are in the wrong spot, even though he's in the right spot physically. It's like he's zoning out or he's thinking too much. That's what it is on defense. On offense, I feel like he doesn't have any identity. He's just remember a few pods ago we talked about jack of all trades, master of none, and how Bub has a little bit of that. And I always said I feel like Bub's ceiling was like, think Kyle Lowry. You know what I'm saying? Super solid, capable of doing a lot of things, maybe nothing great, but can still really kick in. Even though I think Lowry was Lowry the second option on that Raptors championship team with Kawhi?
I would call him maybe because he was the point guard, I would call him maybe the third or fourth offensive option behind Leonard and Siakam.
Yeah, that's what it was. So that's where I feel like that's his height now. I don't know if he's gonna get there, but Bub, I need you to find a bag. Can you tell me what is Bub's bag? Like, what does he do well where we can lean into that? Because I'm not sure.
I think the biggest problem is he was drafted to be a scorer, and now we're trying to have him to be a leader of the offense. And it's just not in him, and it's not his fault. We drafted him one and done to be a scorer.
Talk about it. And that's the problem. That is the biggest problem. This point guard role is too much for him. We just got to be honest. And it's not even like, okay, like he's making attempts. It just looks like a bad fit. I'm all about giving players space to grow for sure, but it just looks like a bad fit. Like, if you ask me right now, who could run the point better, Sar or any other random player? I mean, not Sar, Bub or any random player like Sar, like whoever, like CJ. In the end, I feel like they all would have the same results, like decent. 3 to 4 assists, 4 turnovers, probably. Like, all of them could do it decently. So what that says to me is there's nothing special about Bub in this position. And I believe, as I'm a big, huge fan of great point guard play lifts every single team, right? And even if it's not from your point guard, every great team has some kind of above average passer. You know, whether it's from the center, forward position, whatever it is. And Bub doesn't have that talent. And we got to let him be Bub and go out there and just put up some points and settle in. Because I'm getting a little worried now. Like, you know, when he has a lot of points and it's a lot of turnovers, or it's not a lot of points and you didn't play, you know, you clearly weren't focused. So I'm getting a little worried about this experiment, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. The following game after that, the very next night here at home, they were up against the Dallas Mavericks by 6 to start the fourth quarter.
Right.
And then they allowed Dallas to score 29 points in the quarter. Now, it's not really a lot, especially in current NBA. All right, 29 points. All right, but the Wizards only scored 19.
Which is a problem.
Which is definitely a problem for that game. The leading scorers for the Washington Wizards, you had CJ McCollum again, 25 points on 9 for 19 from the field. Alex Sarr, 17 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Keyshawn George, though, not a Keyshawn George night that we've been used to. 10 points. Now, Bub Carrington did come off the bench in this game. 2 for 7 from the field, but he came off the bench. 9 points, 2 assists, 3 rebounds in 28 minutes. Kispert, only 4 points in 24 minutes, and only made 1 3-pointer. One shot was a 3-pointer and then a free throw in the game. And for the Dallas Mavericks, though, in that game, in his return home, Najee Marshall had 30 points.
God, Najee
off
Marshall,
the bench.
Bro. Here we go. This is what we're talking about. This is what we're talking about. Even he got to be shocked he's putting up 31. Like, this is insane. This is how you end up losing. We out here giving Cooper Flag confidence too. You know what I'm saying? That first game, I was out here, it was a little, exaggerated, a little facetious, but I was like, man, Cooper might not even start on this team. I was talking a lot of trash, right? But now I'm like, dang, all right, maybe it's time to take that back because he's starting to build some confidence, but we allowed that. Teams get more confident in the fourth quarter with us because they're waiting for us to drop the ball. They're waiting for one of them to get hot because they know we're about to get cold. It's crazy.
Man, there was definitely a point in this game where I said, all right, man, we got the Mavericks.
Right.
We have one win so far. Mm-hmm. We about to get our second win against the Mavericks. And I'm sitting there like, yeah. Mm-hmm. And then in the fourth quarter, they come back. Look, let me go through at least the starters for the Mavericks. And I know points isn't just all that basketball entails. Ultimately, it is what determines who wins the game. But, there's more than just scoring. But listen to this. Max Christie, 12 points. Cooper Flag, 12 points. Daniel Gafford, 8 points. D'Angelo Russell, 6 points. PJ Washington, 14 points. That is the starting lineup when it comes to point production. You had Williams with 14. You had Jaden Hardy with 8. And you got someone by the name of Cisse with 5. But Najee Marshall, and mind you, look, let me preface by saying this.
Please. Najee
Marshall spent his freshman high school year at our alma mater, Tacoma Academy.
Yeah.
So,
that's right.
I still claim him as a Tacoma Academy Tiger, even though he didn't graduate there, but I still claim him.
That's all right.
He's in the NBA.
Yep.
He's now he got a second deal.
Mm-hmm.
Good player.
Stunting.
He came back home. I'm happy for him.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we can't allow him to get 30 points in the game.
No, that's too much. That's too much. They say there's something in the water. It's too much for him. There's no more in the water for you, sir. You can't just be coming back. Shout out to TA once again. Can't just be coming out flaming us like this. Like, you got to go a little soft on the home team, bro. Come on, man. Crazy, Najee.
Oh, man. So then we now get to last night's game. November 10th against Detroit. Now, let me just, prepare y'all or set it up for you all. I'm already expecting a loss in this game.
Of course.
Detroit is a playoff team. And they seem to be playing, in a sense, to me, better this year or just as good. I would say.
Agree.
And they're on the road. Monday night. All right. You just came off of 2 games on Friday and Saturday. You had a break Sunday. Monday night on the road, I'm thinking this is a loss. And they proved me wrong for about 47 minutes and 55 seconds.
55 seconds. Bro, I'm really, my mind is still sort of reeling after this because this is the frustration. They got my hopes up. That's what I'm more pissed about than anything else. You got my hopes up because, I'm watching the game, sort of half watching it, glancing the score, glancing at the, just seeing how players are playing. And then I'm like, wait, it's the second quarter. We're still in this. Right? Wait a second. All right. Okay. Well, halftime's coming. Third quarter. Wait, are we still in this for real? Are we actually competing? There's consistent defense happening even after halftime. I didn't know that was a thing.
Didn't know that was a thing for the Wizards.
I did not know we were capable of that. So there's consistent defense. You're seeing people starting to show up in terms of Cam, right? Making his imprint on this game. I've heard some shout out to the Lockdown boys, AB and Ben, called Cam a microwave scorer. You know what I'm saying? Like pops right out. He don't need a start. You put him out there, he's leaving with something, right? He's leaving with 10, 15 points, and he dropped 20 on this and had his imprint on the game. Like, people were showing up. You know, we even got Keyshawn without fouling out. You know what I'm saying? I might have had 5 if I remember. He was close, but we had folks actually showing up and looking focused. Now, the question is, what was different about this game? Were the Pistons just down that much in terms of, the rest of their roster? Was it because it was a national game? I think our lone one, if I remember correctly. I don't know what it is, but it showed me what this team was capable of until the very end. And it was just a heavy sigh for me. Like, I didn't have a strong reaction. I know a lot of people did. It was just like, bro, how? Like, I felt like y'all really just, maybe once that we hit overtime, it felt like they didn't know how to win. That's what it felt like to me. You know, especially after that long, it was like 8 minutes for the, as folks were going through the reviews, reviewing this, we're reviewing that. After that, I felt like they clocked out. They said, you know what? We got a team close to the end. So I think we're good. You know what I'm saying? I think they just sort of washed their hands of it and said, I think we're good now. Because you could see the complete lack of focus in that overtime, man. It was wild. It was wild.
CJ McCollum had 42 points on 14 for 25 from the field. He also hit some clutch buckets late in that fourth quarter. A bucket that put us up by 5.
Yeah.
Get the shot clock off.
I thought that was it, by the way. I thought
that was it.
Yep.
They come down court, miss a shot. They throw up a 3 by Jenkins, who, by the way,
that's what I was talking about.
I still need to look up his name because I don't know who he is. His name is click this in real time.
Yeah, Jenkins.
So
Jenkins.
I could is it Dennis or Danis Jenkins? But
it's one of them.
So he hits a 3 to cut the Wizards' lead to 2.
In Bub's face.
They of course foul.
Yeah.
To get the Wizards on the line.
Yeah.
Keyshawn George makes 1 of the free throws.
Oh boy.
So we're only up by 3 points.
Yeah.
And they draw up a play. They're stuck. They just throw it to Jenkins again in the corner, who wasn't even looking for the pass.
Wasn't. He's not there for that. He's not there for that.
He's just like, all right, I got it. I got to throw it up.
Mm-hmm.
And look, I'm not blaming Bub because Bub actually played very good defense. Bub actually didn't foul him either.
Yeah, he didn't. He didn't.
And Jenkins just squares up, makes it, goes to overtime. And I'm going to admit this to everyone here on this podcast. Once it went to overtime, I stopped watching.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm not going to sit here
smart
and punish myself.
Yep.
And watch us lose. I'm tired of these type of games. So you know what? Hey, man, it is what it is, man. We lost, man.
Yeah.
If we win, oh, my goodness. But we lost.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened. Lost by 2 points, 137-135 in overtime.
And this is my approach. One, I'm with every fan that is mad. I'm with you because we're seeing a consistent theme. But all I'm saying is we have to look at this as from a developmental sort of process. This team did not know how to even go into a second half with any kind of focus and intent. Then we started seeing them learn a little bit about that, pushing a couple teams. And we proved we can get to a second half. The reality is, knowing how to play in overtime, that's like an intermediate lesson. We're still like beginners right now. The team is still trying to figure out who they are, how they can play. So it was zero surprise to me that we lost that. And I even tweeted out and this guy, some folks were really responding. Shout out to Wizards Twitter. Maybe an overtime loss to an Eastern Conference favorite who still had their star. They were missing some folks, you know what I'm saying, who still had their star, still has a little bit more pedigree than we do. maybe that's a win. An overtime loss is a win. Players getting practice, they're getting experience. We got to play some more people out there. Maybe we unlocked a little bit of Cam. Maybe we unlocked a high-end scoring CJ. Maybe that's a win. We all saw at the beginning of the year, especially these first couple of games, everyone looked at the schedule and said, oh, if we get 2 wins, that'll be a miracle. And guess what? That miracle we're still waiting on. We haven't even gotten those 2 wins. We knew it was going to be rough coming out the gate. This is not an excuse. I'm just saying I gotta monitor my rage. I can't get mad, like furious 10, 11 games in. Hit me up in late December when we start talking about 30 games in and we only got 5 wins. Then you start flipping tables. And we'll start, we'll talk a little bit more about Keith because you know my thoughts on him. But we gotta pace ourselves. That's all I'm saying. Be mad, but also pace ourselves.
Man, talk about being mad.
Yeah.
Right here on our official Wizards Pulse Twitter account or
Yes,
X
sir.
account, we got a little back and forth going on right now. So in real time, I'm gonna read some of these tweets.
All right. Tell me what
So the first tweet from Pistons _ talk.
Yeah.
How many games do you see the Detroit Pistons winning this week? And they have a graphic that shows the Wizards, the Bulls, and the Sixers. Shout out to Trey Johnson Muse _
Mm-hmm.
They reply with a quote: 8-2. Why are we y'all's game of the week? With some laughing emojis.
Mm-hmm.
Then the Detroit Pistons official Twitter
account
says being a keyboard warrior is easy until you have to read.
Wow.
So then we followed up from the Wizards Pulse.
Couldn't help it.
Pistons finally got a decent team now. They want to start talking trash. LOL corny. So then we have someone, of course, the young kids call it glazing right now. We got a LeBron James glazer.
Yep.
All things Bron. Wizards barely have a pulse. And
okay.
Okay. That was witty.
Yeah,
you
tried.
I give him that. It was definitely witty. But yeah, we got a little Twitter something going on. But
man. We had to jump out there. Shout out to Trey Johnson Muse. I don't know you at all, but you in the family, so can't let you get bullied by the Pistons account out here. Yeah. They're all right. But listen, we had Cade out here putting almost missed 50 shots.
And you know what?
6 is not good.
I know that it shows that he scored 45 points, but he took 45 shots to get those points. We made him work, and we made everyone else work except Jenkins.
Except
who has 24 points and hits, 6 points in the last 5 seconds.
That's insane. The one person who's you're not supposed to have to worry about Jenkins. Fridays. You know what I'm saying? So shout out. We did what we were supposed to do. And had them shook for a second. You know what I'm saying? We had a couple highlights. They're just mad that Cam was out here looking down on Cade. They're just mad that they're in their feelings. He got punked a little bit.
Now, let's talk about that real quick.
Let's do it.
Why were they even reviewing that?
Yeah.
That foul.
There's only one reason. Cade took a while to get up. And Cam was looking at him, so they felt like he might have been mean. He might have been, like super aggressive. When in reality, he was just staring at him. And they felt like if you're staring at him, maybe you did too much. It was, to me, now some people are saying it's not a foul. I think it was a foul.
It was a foul. He got his hand, but that's the only contact that he had. He got his hand.
That's it.
Hand and the ball was in his hand. It wasn't like he got his hand and the ball wasn't there.
Right.
The ball was there.
Right. And so because Cam got a little bit of a reputation, he was looking at him. And so everyone gets in their feelings. Now we got to have 6 minutes of flagrant. And then Keith is like, oh, we just taking time. All right, well, let me even see if it was even a foul. Let me just challenge that for challenging's sake. Little random to me. But listen, I was a fan of it. And it made me think about something. I tweeted this out too. Let me ask you, Jeremy. When was the last time the Wizards had a player with some edge to him? a player who was going to step up in somebody's face, a player, who wasn't Mr. Nice Guy. When
I
was the
would
last
say
time?
Deshaun Stevenson and
That's a
like
good one.
Nene.
Yep.
Nene just had that consistent presence of, hey, don't mess with me. I remember in that playoff game where he grabbed Jimmy Butler
Yep, and
by the neck.
held them off.
And not only that, I think he was suspended the next game, and we still won and advanced to the next round. Like,
Yep.
But Nene and Deshaun Stevenson probably are the last where you're like, hey, these are guys that have that chip on their shoulder, that do not care. And it will be in everyone's face about everything.
And I think good teams need that. Now, Cam has to keep it together. Like we have to walk that line, because I still need you to be focused. I still need you to be locked in terms of helping the offense. So I think that's why he got benched a little bit, or while his minutes were starting to decline for a second, because he wasn't helping the offense. Like, I'm not mad at you scoring. That's your role. But the offense has to move more in a flow when you're out there, not just turn into the Cam show. And he's finding his way a little bit. So I love it. I love it if he can keep it together. We need somebody who's going to, get in somebody's face, because this team is soft. Now, right now, it doesn't matter because we're focusing on skill building. But soon, we're going to have to, we need some more dogs to come out. I see little flashes of it, but most of those guys aren't getting in someone's face. So I'm just happy we got somebody who's willing to. So, I put up the question, from our account, was like, do we see Cam as a knucklehead, or do we feel like we need his energy? And currently, in this moment, on this day, I'm saying we need his energy.
Mm-hmm.
If he starts acting up in another game or two, we'll see. But I feel like we need that energy for sure.
I'm with you too. The Wizards need someone like him at this moment that will do some of the dirty work on defense, but also would, not scared to put up a shot. Sometimes I do feel like, all right, bro, you got to pass the ball at some point.
Please.
But at least he's not scared to do it, and he's not totally incapable of doing it. So right now I would say he's a good asset for us. I know you had a question about CJ McCollum and his role on this team right now. What are your feelings about his role on this team?
Oh, man. CJ, he's in a real unique spot for us. Because like I was saying earlier, folks are trying to get him off the team. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are
I was fed up with him after the 76ers game.
Oh, it was bad. It was bad.
Would you do it?
Because the thing is with CJ, if he's not scoring, he's not doing much else for you. He's really not good at anything else, if we're being honest. And so I was worried. People were calling him a terrorist, and I get it. You want him in Guantanamo, I get it. But CJ's been doing this, and now he's growing into his role. He's starting to feel confident and feel good about that. So as I was saying a little earlier, I want his role to be the main scorer. Now, what that doesn't mean other people can't score, because I feel like sometimes for folks, it's this dichotomous, well, if CJ's scoring, then Trey can't score. If CJ's playing, then Keyshawn can't play. It's a lot of people on the court, y'all. Like, there's time. We have time for all of this. CJ's going to be gone by February. We're going to have a lot of time. This is about developing players. That's what this year was supposed to be about. We all said we were going to be tank commanders, which means we're not going to be winning a lot of games. And to tank appropriately and to dip more into this rich 2026 draft, I want all the picks. I want them all. We got the possible flip from the Suns. We got that protected 8 from the Knicks. We got a late. It's probably gonna be like the 30th or something after a couple of switches. I think might have been OKC or something like that. We might need to package those to move up to get somebody. I'm too scared to even say Darren Peterson's name because I can't see us getting number 1. I really feel like Adam Silver still hates us. But if we ever did, maybe we'll have to package something. Maybe we'll need something else. Who knows? So I still need CJ showing up and leading this team. This team doesn't have a true leader. And by doing that, he's going to show these other players like Sar, who's really who's like the most consistent player right now, for being honest. And I've decided I'm now the president of the Sar fan club. I've switched my other fan club. I'm all Sar. I'm getting my Sar tat in a couple weeks, and we're just going to lock in with Sar because I see it. You see Sar as someone who took advice, and you see the results immediately over the summer. It's rare for an NBA player to do that. So CJ is showing this is how you lead a team. And Sar might be the next leader. I don't know. Keyshawn has a lot of that in him. Maybe he'll be the next leader. But we have to show these guys what it looks like. And to show them, the person has to be there. And they got to be doing well. So I need CJ to take ownership of this team. Prove that you can do this. Prove that another team is going to need you for a playoff run so that everybody can win. So that's where I am on CJ. That's how I feel about it. We got to ride with him through the highs and lows and just pray that there's going to be more highs and lows in the end.
Brian Keefe's rotations.
Yeah, man.
I guess, do you have a gripe with any of them? Or just in general with his rotations?
Just a little bit. Here's my only thing. We're in a tough spot because our bench does not have like a real defender on it, especially if you refuse to play my boy Mir. Shout out to Jameer. I feel like he has potential. I'm going to keep saying it. He has trouble getting close to the court on this team. So the people we're bringing in off the bench don't defend. The people who were starting defend on occasion. I don't know what's up with Bill. You know what I'm saying? In, outs, all over the place. It's hard to rely on him now with this sort of this injuries are becoming a thing. So I'm saying all this to say this is meaning that Keefe has to be more creative with his lineups. He's leaving people in too long. He's taking people out too fast. And it feels like they started off, they told us, hey, this is going to be the year of competition. That's what Dawkins said. This is going to be the year of competition. Every minute's going to be earned. And I have not seen that enough. You know what I'm saying? A player we haven't even touched on, Middleton. Middleton's been super average, then injured, then below average as of now. Why is he demanding so many minutes? It doesn't make sense to me. Now, I want him to be someone that we can get something back from too. So I get that. It's the same CJ argument. But the difference is we all know our expectations for Middleton were a lot lower. You know what I'm saying? Like we all see that he's starting to be on the edge of the downside of that cliff. So I just need Keefe to pay more attention. It feels, this is my problem with him. It feels like he's still learning how to coach. And I get it. He's a young coach, but I need you to be locked in with a team where a lot of people need minutes. You need to make sure you're being fair so that folks don't disengage. I can't have Will Riley withering on the court when we're down on the bench. I mean, when we're down 25, that doesn't make any sense. Will Riley's a first round pick. People act like he's not. He's a first round pick with a lot of potential. And people like him need to see the court. And so you'll see oftentimes it feels like Keefe doesn't know who to rely on. And I get it. He's trying to figure it out. But we got to throw some folks into the fire and then let them see. Now, real quick, I'm not mad with some of those bench players not touching the court last game just because our regular rotation was doing that well. Like they were really pushing the Pistons to the brink. So sometimes you have to shorten your rotation. I get that. So this game was an outlier. But we all know we got more 20, 30-point blowouts coming. And I need you to have more of a game plan for that and stop looking confused and shocked about it.
Yeah. We have one of our pulses.
Yeah.
We have a pulse, from one of our fans. Because, unfortunately we didn't plan accordingly. We kind of got to do it the janky way.
That's all right. That's all
Wanza
right.
though, or Wanza.
Yeah.
Make sure you can you get that pulse ready.
Yes,
we'll
sir.
take a listen to it and then we will comment on it.
All right. Shout out to this listener. We're about to play you on the air. Little hood right now, but everyone's gonna be able to hear you, and that's what matters. All right. Let's all lock in, and then we're gonna comment on this.
What's going on? It's Nathaniel. I'm from the Virginia area, yeah. And then, man, this game, bro, I'm still not over it, man. I mean, look, Cam Whitmore, I mean, look, he's growing into the team. I think he's trying to get into the details with the squad, you know. I mean, previously he was having an attitude. He was playing his own pace. But I'm seeing him now. He seems a lot more engaged, a lot more wanting to work with the players, and he's well aware of his talents. I think, you know, he's going to grow much more strongly as time goes on. But, you know, with Bub right now, I mean, look, he had his best game, but even then, it's not enough. And, you know, this team is just so completely undisciplined on all portions of the ball, and it's just a major factor as to why we can never close out games. And that has a lot to do with Brian Keith, which I believe he should go, or at least go back to being a development coach, because his strategizing is just reminding me back to Wes Unseld Jr. and just his dysfunction of trying to maintain a lead towards the end of the game. Thank you.
Shout out to Nathaniel from Virginia. Yes. What's good, Nate? Appreciate you locking in with us. And shoot, I mess with most of that. Now you threw out a deep insult. You throw out a Wes Unseld Jr. comparison. Those are fighting words. You know what I'm saying? If Keith rolls up on you, that's on y'all. You know what I'm saying? But I hear you. I hear you. Only thing I would disagree with, I don't see the point in firing Keith right now. I don't see what that would do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see the benefit of that at this point. You might as well let him rock it out for the year. But the question is, could he move from a developmental type of coach where I'm here to help teach you to being a coach? You know, the other day where he had Keyshawn out here trying to foul, I think it was like 9 seconds left, instead of what he should have been doing. And he admitted to that, and I appreciate that. But these are mistakes we can't afford as a team, as they're trying to learn. Do we got time to have you learn? That's frustrating. But we're here not to win, so I'm okay with letting him learn on the job, with the assumption that we're probably gonna have to pull someone in. And if y'all been locked in with this, I went on my rant about who I want a few pods ago. I think it was one before last. I went on my on my Becky Hammond rant. If anyone ever needs it again, I'll repeat the whole thing for you. But until then, check out that pod before last, because we need some new blood in here. We need coaching that people can feel inspired by. That's what good coaching is, to help folks lock in and help them feel inspired and keep them accountable. And I don't see a lot of those pieces. I bet he's there in the gym helping them with ball position and, Bub, I need you to do this. Keisha, I need you to do that. I bet he's great at all that. Anyone who KD vouches for, listen, I know you know ball. I just don't know if you know coaching. And it's a separate skill set. So I hear you, and I'm with you, Nate. I just don't see the point of firing him at this point. That's just where I stand on it.
Man. Thank you, Nathaniel, for being sending in our very first pulse.
Yes, sir.
Wanza, can you let everyone know the phone number for anyone else that would like to send in their pulse?
Yes, I will need 10 seconds to get up this number real quick. You know what I'm saying? So just give me a quick second to be able to get this up.
That's why I put you on the spot, because I can't remember the number myself.
Yeah, we don't got it memorized. I don't got it there, but it is coming up. As I get this up, I want Nate to know, hey, make sure this is not your last one. Please make sure you send us some more. The rest of y'all, as you get into it, like, let us know. And the number is 202-734-5293. So that's 202-734-5293. And I'm posting that, probably every other day on X. That's a good place to do it. We're going to start putting it in the rest of our bios on the other social media platforms. But hit us up, man. 202-734-5293. We got to hear from you. We're called Wizards Pulse because we're not just the pulse of the team. It's the pulse of the fans. We need y'all's voices. Talk to us. Bring that energy. And have a space where it's not pretentious and when no one's talking down to you, and where we're going to value your opinion. Might not like it, might not agree with it, but we're going to value your opinions on here for sure. Yes, sir.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Make sure for those who are watching online, the phone number is 202-734-5293. Make sure you call in. Hey, man. And if it's a good one, we'll definitely play it on the air. Before we get out of here, we are going to talk about something NBA related, but not Wizards related, because it did break today. Nico Harrison, the general manager of the Dallas Mavericks, was fired today. And I do want to give a shout out to one of my boys, Christopher Henderson, who also goes by the name C. Hendo. Make sure you follow him on all social media platforms at SEE Hendo, HENDO. Also, make sure you like and subscribe his podcast, on YouTube, his channel on YouTube, C. Hendo. He has great exclusive content for a lot of NBA, MLB, even NFL. He gets into college football also. So make sure you like and subscribe to him on YouTube and follow him on all major social media platforms. But Hendo said it last week to me. Yeah, Nico gonna get fired soon.
Oh shoot,
now,
it's all coming.
Did he know that it was going to be today? I don't know, but he definitely told me last week he will be fired soon. So shout out to him. The Dallas, look, you and I have never actually spoken about this, so this is going to be the first time we're ever talking about this. When it came to the actual trade that sent Luka to the Los Angeles Lakers, what were your thoughts initially?
Man, I'm trying to see if I can summarize because I had so many thoughts about this. This is the quick version. My issue is if you want to do that kind of trade, okay, but don't act like I'm stupid. That's all I wanted. Don't act like I'm the dumb one because you wanted to be out of pocket. That was my issue. It was their explanation. Tell me, you know what? We're fed up. Luka's chubby. And yeah, he just got us to the finals being chubby, but we don't like him anymore. He gets on my nerves. My wife is looking at him funny. You know what I'm saying? I saw them getting out the limo together. I'm done with it. I would have been like, you know what, Nico, I get it. I get that. That makes sense. You have that right. And the owners were behind you. So what can I say? My issue is they tried to tell us defense wins championships, and Luka's just not a good fit. He was in the finals with y'all like 4 months ago. What are you talking about? AD is dope, but old and known for being injured. And guess what he is? You know what I'm saying? Older now.
He's currently injured.
I felt like they were trying to gaslight me, Jeremy. That's what it felt like. It felt like they said, no one else watches basketball but us. They're going to take our opinions and just deal with it. Don't treat me like I'm dumb. But now that all of that has been settled, and obviously the Lakers easily won the trade, one of the worst trades of all time, made no sense at all. Lakers won from it, like that's what Lakers do. People just always giving the Lakers players. And now we're starting to see there were rumors starting to come out. Was there something having to do with some casino that wants to be built? Was there something else that's happening? Did they get the first pick because they worked something out with Silver? I don't know. But all I know is it looks so shady. I need my man Pablo on this because something does not make any sense to me. And now they fired Nico. Man. So it screams scapegoat. I don't know, Jeremy. What you think about this?
So when the trade initially happened, I can't remember which boxing match it was. Was it? I think it was Javante Davis and somebody. I think that's what it was. But the fight literally ended, and they are just about to announce who won the fight. And a good friend of mine, Obi, we on social media, and he's like, "Hey, did you see Shams' tweet?" And I'm just like, "What do you mean?" And I go and look. And I just sit there like, what? I'm like going through making sure it wasn't a fake Shams. And I'm like, no, this is Shams.
I checked 3 times.
ESPN follows him. Everybody. I'm like, this is Shams. So obviously the trade happens. And I said it from the jump. If I'm Dallas, I'm not making that trade either. However, as the general manager, they saw something that they did not like from him. And they obviously saw that, hey, I don't like what I see, and we're going to have to pay him a Supermax contract coming up soon. Let's get out of it. I still don't think they should have done it, but hey, they were the powers that be. They made the decision. The trade happened. It is what it is.
Yeah.
What I guess I don't like right now from Mavericks fans, basketball fans, and even the Mavericks ownership group is trying to make it seem like Nico just did this on his own.
Right.
Nico could have been the catalyst for it, but you know what? He still had to run it by a group of people.
Of course.
And what I don't like right now is you now have the ownership group, Mary Adelson, talking about, well, I didn't know how important Luka was. You just bought the team a year prior, I believe, or a year and a half prior. You did SWOT analysis to determine everybody who's on this team and to determine the value of these guys. And you then decided, here's my money, I'm purchasing it. And now for you to sit here and be like, oh yeah, I was told about this trade and I gave them the pass or gave them the blessing, but I didn't know how important it was. The kid was he was a 5-time All-NBA guy in 6 years. You're going to act like you didn't know?
Get out of here.
And to be honest, if you didn't know, that is like business malfeasance right there.
Yeah.
Like
100%.
So this whole thing of, oh yeah, we gotta get Luka. I mean, we gotta get Nico out of here. And look, like I said, I wouldn't have done it myself. It's a bad trade. But you know what? The trade was made. Can you at least get 10 games where AD, Cooper Flag, and Kyrie are playing with each other? Can you at least get that to see if this would, if we could do something with this? I don't think it was going to work. I don't think you're going to win a finals, but can you at least give the man a chance? So they didn't give him a chance. Seems like they're scapegoating him. Now they're trying to say, oh, it was Nico and Dumont, which is the son-in-law of Adelson, who made this decision. And still, he's one of the owners. They agreed on this, man. Yeah, man, it's really bad. But yeah, these Mavericks fans who are trying to just sit here and say, "Oh, it's all Nico's fault." No, man. No. And look, if you want to sit here and this is the point where you then also, okay, Nico's gone. If you're a Mavericks fan, in my opinion, you need to stop going to the games. We've seen it here in Washington with the Commanders. After a while, Commanders fans stop going to games.
Unfortunately, it's true.
And Giants fans were infiltrating that stadium. And Eagles fans and Cowboys fans, okay, they're division rivals. You know what other fan base was coming in here during those times? You had Denver Broncos fans coming in. Like you had Miami Dolphins fans coming, taking over the stadium.
Yeah.
For 1 year, there was Jacksonville Jaguars fans that took over the stadium. And they really showed. Now, mind you, Daniel Snyder had to give up the team because other things came out. But I bet you if the other things came out and the fans were still coming to the games, Commanders fans, I bet you the NFL might have thought like, hey, man, we could probably smooth this over.
Right.
But no, because they were already suffering with the local fans attending the game. And local numbers were down. Yeah,
Yeah.
like it made it an easy fix. So yeah, these Mavericks fans, you know, those that say, "Well, there ain't nothing we can do,"
Mm.
games.
Yeah.
If you
That's
if you
it.
really think
No,
if you
I'm with.
really think that you know, yeah, if you really think that it's all just not ownership and even y'all as fans, that's what I think needs to happen.
Facts. Facts. I'm with you 100%. And they need to start calling folks out. Now, I'm always about passion. So y'all want to fire Nico? I'm all about that. Probably should have been fired if he had that idea, if that was like his idea. But like you said, that has to be signed off on like 3 times before you make a trade like that. You know what I'm saying? Like they bought the team knowing that Luka was a big part of buying that team. That was the big draw.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's why it costs what it costs. So let's not act stupid here. And now the ownership is completely turning it on Nico. Now you can make an argument maybe Nico's become a distraction just by existing and fans being pissed. But regardless, y'all aren't good. So what are we even talking about? That's why fans are more mad than anything else. So I don't know what it is. The whole thing's embarrassing. They're looking like they're not a serious NBA franchise in terms of ownership and leadership at this point.
Yep. The saga will continue with this situation. Before we get out of here, just want to remind everyone to like and subscribe. You are watching on YouTube. Make sure you like the channel, subscribe to the channel. And then also, if you are on social media, please make sure you follow us on all social media platforms, including Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and X at the Wizards Pulse Podcast. And if you want to be heard on the podcast, please call us on our voicemail line 202-734-5293. Before we get out of here, actually we do have one more segment before we get out of here. I forgot. We got so excited with it. I actually forgot. We got a Wizard segment before we get out of here. And I know we're up on time, but Wanza, please take your time. I don't want to rush you through this. Let's go to the Wanza Diary.
Let's do it, man. We're going to eventually get a sponsor for this, so look out for that. I'm a big fan of mental health, Jeremy. I think it's super important. You have to be able to look out for you and what it is that you need. And I realized with some news that came out recently about this team that I had to get some stuff off my chest, right? So I had just a real quick diary intro. And let me know if any of y'all fans hit us up on our message line, hit us up on all our social media if you feel any of this. Dear diary, I hate you, Ryan Rollins. We gave you a shot, and this is how you repay us? You knew we needed a lead guard, and you came here with 2 things on your mind: bricks and shoplifting. And now you want to be mature? Now you want to know, a fancy good team, and now you want to start putting up points. I honestly hope you start stealing again. I need you to start shoplifting again. I'm dead serious about this. I need you to start shoplifting again for one reason, so that team can cut you and you can come back to where it is you were supposed to be. We traded for you, Ryan Rollins. We traded for you. And you were here you averaged, I think, like 4 points and 1 assist or something. You were here for a couple of weeks and wilded out. Why you were shoplifting for toothpaste, I don't know. But what I do know is you should come back here and apologize by putting up the exact same points you're putting up over there, over here. I need you to steal something else, get cut, and so we can bring you home. And if you do that, I promise you, Ryan, I will have a gift box with your name on it. I'm talking about Colgate, Crest, some sandwiches, some socks. You need some t-shirts. Tell me what you need, bro. I'm going to make sure you good. You put up these points, I'm going to deliver it to your hotel room personally. But as of now, until that happens, I just want you to know that I hate you deeply. And that's our first entry into our Dear Diary segment. And I hope, Ryan Rollins, you take that to heart. And more importantly, Wizards fans, just know that's something that's on our mind. And I share your frustration. Let me know if you mess with these Dear Diary segments. We can keep it going because I got a lot of feelings about a lot of players in the league, both Wizards and not. And so we can keep this going for sure.
Do you know how hard it was for me to not laugh? I'm
just keeping it real. Am I wrong? I'm wrong.
No, you're wrong, man. Dog, I still even question, dog, how on 7 different occasions you stole something from
7
CDM?
times. That's wild. What is happening? Why do you need money so badly, bro?
To the point that they did a sting on you.
They had his picture up. Next time he comes in, we about to catch him. Bro, what's going on?
I saw that and I was like, wait, this is the same kid that was stealing?
Right.
Man.
Out here trying to turn your life around now. Get out of here, dog. It's just like you ever talk to a girl, might have been a little weak here and there, and y'all don't work out, and now she leaves and then messes around and try and glow up. What's wrong with you? I was right here. Glow up with me. Glow up with me, Ryan Rollins. We were right here. This could have been your team. Wildin'. I'm just deeply disrespected. That's all I'm saying. Deeply disrespected by this guy, man. Wilding out.
Oh my goodness. Well, that's a great way to wrap up the show. Once again, thank you for listening. Make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you follow us on all social media platforms. And make sure, if you're listening to the audio format, listen to us on your favorite podcast platform. Until next time, everyone. Thank you, Wanza.
Appreciate it.
Peace.
We're soaring high like sparrows in the air. Gee whiz is dancing. We don't have a care from downtown Thunder to the paint fade light. The Washington Wizards, we beam with pride.